At dawn, the jungle breathes. Mist curls around ancient roots. 1,000 lives stir beneath the canopy. Tarzan listens, eyes closed, every muscle still. The forest speaks, but today it whispers danger. Barefoot, swift, he moves with the jungle, every step a silent rhythm of the wild. Through the vines, strangers, their boots crush sacred ground, outsiders. From high above, Tarzan watches, a shadow among leaves. The jungle is his ally. With a whisper, he commands the flock. Scouts take to the sky. The hunt begins. The jungle recoils. Gunshots crude, violent. Tarzan's gaze sharpens. His grip tightens on the vine, tension coiled, ready to strike. He swings, a blur between giants. Predator, protector. Tarzan collides. The hunter becomes the hunted. A primal dance of fists. Swift, relentless, untamed. Victory. The mercenaries silenced. The jungle breathes once more. The jungle holds older secrets. Shadows stir within the caves. Ancient marks awaken under his touch. The jungle remembers. From darkness, something vast moves. Scales grind against stone. Tarzan meets the unknown with a warrior's grin. No fear. A roar splits the silence. The beast declares itself. With a heartbeat's decision, Tarzan escapes. The jungle shifts again. Nature's gauntlet, treacherous and true. Each step a test. Balance, instinct, survival. The earth betrays him, but Tarzan dances with danger. He swings across the void. The jungle holds its breath. With grace born of the wild, he lands. The trial is not done. Ahead, the tribal drums call. Tarzan answers. sun pierces through the jungle canopy, and the forest stirs. Tarzan senses something unnatural. In the distance, smoke curls into the sky. Tarzan races through the undergrowth, his eyes locked on the rising danger. Military trucks crash through the jungle. A group of armed outsiders unload explosives near a sacred banyan tree. Hidden in the trees, Tarzan watches. His muscles tighten, he notches an arrow. The first arrow flies, a warning. It splits a fuse before ignition. The jungle erupts. Birds flee, the mercenaries panic, grabbing crates and running for the river. Trees above, Tarzan dives, roaring. He strikes like a force of nature. In close combat, he disarms one attacker with fluid strength. Every movement is instinct, but they're escaping, hauling sacred relics toward a waiting boat on the river. Tarzan spots them. He leaps back into the jungle shadows, moving fast and silent. He signals the jungle. A hawk cries out. Insects go still. Nature obeys. The boat starts, but Tarzan is already ahead of them. The mercenaries race down the river. Their stolen loot clinks. Behind them, the jungle roars. From above, Tarzan swings from a vine. His leap stretches over the river like a flying beast. He lands near the river. A crocodile emerges beside him, not an enemy, an ally. Riding the beast like a shadow over water, he closes in on the boat. In one motion, he leaps onto the deck, face to face with his enemies. Fists fly, Spears clash. In seconds, he brings down 3. They retreat. Their path leads to an ancient temple, sacred and forbidden. He touches a stone glyph. Traps awaken. The river grew silent after the battle, its current carrying away the last remnants of chaos. Tarzan stood atop a moss-covered rock, watching as peace returned to the forest. But it was short-lived. From the treetops above, a sharp cry echoed. His monkey companion landed beside him, eyes wide with fear and urgency. The message was grave. The ancient tribal temple had been seized by intruders. The glowing statues, symbols of spiritual power and forest harmony, were being packed for transport to the city. Tarzan's heart tightened. This was no ordinary temple. It was the place where he was raised, the home of the tribe that once fed and sheltered him as a boy of the jungle. Without hesitation, Tarzan pressed his palm to the earth. The jungle listened. A mighty rumble answered from the distance as an elephant herd emerged, their leader kneeling before him in recognition. From above, monkeys signaled and scattered into the trees, ready to scout the temple's perimeter. A hissing sound slithered near his feet, a cobra coiled beside him, offering silent allegiance. Tarzan's army was nature itself. With determination burning in his eyes, he turned toward the heart of the jungle, toward the occupied temple. This was no longer just about the forest, it was about family, legacy, and a sacred vow. The guardian of the wild was coming home. A wall slams shut behind them. They are sealed inside with him. From the shadows, Tarzan strikes. He defends the altar with fury. Weapons fall. The jungle warrior stands between the idol and the greed. Then the jungle joins him. Snakes slither, birds dive. The temple belongs to nature again. Inside, deeper than anyone's gone before, Tarzan finds something even older. He triggers the ancient heart of the temple. Light glows and floats. A map of the jungle alive and luminous. It reveals the destruction beyond. Tarzan watches. A fire ignites in his eyes. This is just the beginning. He raises his spear, swearing to protect every river, root, and ruin. He walks into the green as the temple seals behind him. The jungle breathes again. The jungle falls silent. Tarzan moves swiftly through thick vines. His eyes fixed on the mist ahead. His bare feet barely touch the earth, weaving through roots and broken stone paths, the air heavy with the scent of moss and tension. stillness, Tarzan looks up a warning from an old friend. He crouches, eyes narrowing. Up ahead, carved into the hillside, the forgotten temple stands its entrance half swallowed by the forest. Golden light filters through the canopy. A statue's cracked face watches silently as he steps closer. Tarzan runs his hand across the mossy stone. This is no longer just a ruin. Something stirs inside. He enters. Shadows move. The corridor closes in ancient, breathing with forgotten secrets. A step clicks. Tarzan dives. A row of darts fires from the wall. He rolls, landing behind a crumbled column. A second trap blade swing from the ceiling. He grips a hanging vine and soars across the pit. He lands silently and listens. Footsteps, voices. The intruders are close, armed, careless, loud. Tarzan slips behind a pillar. One of them steps on a loose stone. A trap springs. Screams echo. Tarzan waits, then moves forward, unseen. He's inside now, and the forest watches with him. Temple courtyard. Glowing relics are being packed into crates. Armed men shout orders, unaware of what's coming. Tarzan strikes leaping from a ledge, feet first into the nearest enemy. The jungle explodes into action. High in the trees, a monkey drops a fruit. A crash. The guards turn. He rolls, grabs a fallen spear, and sweeps it in a perfect arc, knocking down 2 attackers. Monkeys shriek from above. An elephant charges in, breaking down a cart. Chaos unfolds. Tarzan throws a torch into a crate. Flames rise. The mercenaries scatter. Nature has reclaimed the courtyard. Tarzan climbs the rear wall of the temple, vines wrapping his arms like allies. Below, his tribal guardians are bound to an altar. He whispers to a small monkey. It nods, scurries away. Moments later, noise from above. The guards look up. Stones fall. Tarzan descends. In the confusion, he unties the elders, lifting one woman gently to her feet. They cross the ancient rope bridge. Below, mist and the roar of the gorge. A board snaps. Tarzan steadies her. An arrow flies. He blocks it with a broken shield. The tribe keeps moving. He stays to fight. At last, he crosses the bridge behind him, sagging. The temple trembling. Freedom glows in the distance. On the cliff's edge, Tarzan looks back. The temple walls collapse in a cloud of dust. The sacred site is no longer theirs. Tribal elders gather around him. No words, just trust. The jungle hums with life. Tarzan walks to the cliff's edge. Scanning the horizon, the jungle stretches for miles, alive and watching. A soft glow emerges in the distance, a sign, an ancient glyph in the stars, visible only to the forest's chosen. Tarzan exhales deeply. The battle is won, but the war for the wild has just begun. The river pursuit. Without hesitation, Tarzan dives. A soldier leans over, but Tarzan flips him in. On board, Tarzan battles two men swift and precise. The relic slips teetering over the edge. He grabs it mid-air, landing with power. Of the mountain. From the cliff's edge, Tarzan sees a red glow in the distant mountain. The tribal amulet around his neck begins to burn. He glimpses ancient statues within the rock watching, waiting. The panther appears beside him.